Hey guys, just want to do a quick video of the best reasons about Sweden, basically, to live here. Give it like a top 5 type thing, I suppose. So yeah, number 5 would be the lack of traffic. So yeah, it's obviously quite a big country. There are about 10 million people live here, so when you're driving around on the roads, it's so nice because there's no one around. There's just very little the kind of traffic you would get in the UK, for instance. It just doesn't exist here. It's so nice. Like today, I just went to the tip, and it was so easy. There's no queues. You just rock up and you can get rid of your stuff. And generally, sometimes you can even drive on a motorway and there's no one behind you, there's no one in front of you, especially when you're out of Stockholm. So yeah, it's nice if you drive. And I mean, to be honest, most people do drive in Sweden. It's difficult to get from place to place, especially out in the country, out in the north, without a car. So yeah, that'd be number 5. Number 4 would be my experience. I've lived here a few years now. Number 4 would be All Man's Rat, which is cool. It's basically a law that just says go out in nature, experience nature. Encourages camping. You can go and camp wherever you want for a night or two, park up and swim in lakes and that kind of thing. Yeah, so obviously a few rules and things, and it's not so easy all the time to find somewhere that's not completely forest. It's just a bit of flat land, but if you can find it, it's yours to enjoy. Like I say, there's hardly anyone around as well, so you can go off and drive off and just try to find your little bit of peace. There's obviously rules, respect nature, tidy up after yourself. It's pretty common sense, but there's not all this restricted land and private land and constant having to worry about laws and stuff like that. Is as long as it's not a private property, or it's is it a national park or one of the parks, you can't do. You can do it in a designated area. Otherwise, it's free for all. And that would lead me into the 3rd reason that's good here is the summer. You pay for it in the winter. It's cold and dark here for many months, but when summer comes around, it is really nice. Like I say, you can go out and find places to camp, swim in any of the lakes. They are still a little bit cold, but you get a real sense of something special about summers in Sweden. 100%. Kind of the 3rd top reason as well is the people. The people here are very nice. A lot like British people, actually, very similar. Good sense of humour. So when you are driving around in the summer, for instance, it's very catered for road tripping, and people pull out funny kind of jokes and stuff in their gardens for people who are driving past in their motorbikes and that kind of thing, and like inflatable crocodiles, for instance, and warnings to look out for crocodiles and that kind of stuff. So when you're driving around, you always see something that people have put out for you, basically. So that's quite nice. You don't get that so much in the UK, for instance. So number 2 would be housing. You can still find deals here. You can still find some cheap houses. Obviously, it's very far north. Not a lot of people live here. Not a lot of people want to, because it's very cold and dark, and it's tough. But you can still get a deal. You can buy a house pretty cheap. I bought this house for 32 grand. That would get you a garage in London. But it's creeping up like everywhere else probably, but yeah, there is still some deals to be had. But probably that's a lot down to do with it's quite difficult to live here anyway, and it's only getting harder at the moment. But yeah, so number one for me personally is, might surprise a few people, but that would be food. Food in Sweden is fantastic. Actually, it's really good. It's very healthy. It is the main surprise for me when I came here. Was always big salads, always a variety of salads and things to have with your dinner. But tasty as well. So the food is kind of nutritious as well, but lots of nice sauces, and they really dedicate a lot of their time to the food here. Actually, you'd be really surprised if you come here. It's not just meatballs and potatoes. You find really nice sauces, fish. What you just don't get anymore in the UK are things like these sort of lunch buffets everywhere in Sweden, where you can go and for a tenner you can literally, it's such good value, you can just eat as much as you want, or really home cooked tasty foods, variety, lots of big salads, coffee and desserts and all sorts of things like that. The pizzas here are really good, and the sort of kebabs and that kind of thing are really good. Dinner can be a bit pricey if you go out for dinners, but in general, just the quality of the food here is really good. Not sort of commenting on the expensive food, because everywhere sort of costs quite a bit now in terms of food, but it's no different to the UK, I'd say. If I'm honest, it's comparable. And yeah, it's really good to get some, either the Dagensrats or the lunch buffets, to get a real good deal, which you just don't get anymore really. I haven't seen those in any other countries. So those are the top reasons, good reasons for being here.